Okay, so we're here at the All British Field Meet.
All British Field Meet, yes.
Yeah, at the VanDusen Botanical Gardens in Vancouver, and it's a beautiful day, which is fantastic. We're missing one person. Where's Leah?
Vacationing, I'm assuming.
Vacationing, spa, some beauty treatments, whatever, right? Yeah. But anyway,
There's a cocktail server that she's meeting right now.
That could be,
somewhere.
that could be. Yeah. But so you're here with West Coast Dream Machines?
Representing West Coast Dream Machines. We got a great selection of cars, including a beautiful Series 2 Jag, which is probably one of the best in the world. We've got a great Defender, a Defender 90, that was locally built here, a ground-up build. So got some impressive stuff. But this event is hosted by Patrick Stewart from Western Driver, and his wife have been putting this on for, is it 41
years, I believe, or 41st.
Incredible. Yeah. And we're here at VanDusen Gardens, which is an unbelievable facility to have a car event.
And it's always a hit and miss with the weather, and they are totally like, the sun is out. Unbelievable, right?
We better hurry up and get
Yeah, let's wrap it up. You mentioned the Jag, so fully restored, obviously.
Yeah, it was done by Richard Owen over on the island, and restored to a concours level, and unique to the point where they use a stock transmission but put in a 5-speed manual gearbox. But the underneath of the car is just spotless.
And you said it's a 69?
69 Series 2. Yeah.
Is it now, of all the E-Types, is it most desirable year, or is it one of those?
I think there's other most desirable years. I think the beauty of that car is really to the extent that he took to build it. You know, it's done. Coachworks did the paint work. He did the assembly. And you know, the motor, and you open up the bonnet on that car, and it's just like a work of art, like a piece of jewelry.
We'll check that out a little bit later. The Defender. So
Defender, a local build here. I built it with a client in West Vancouver, and we took about 14 months to build that car. And what was unique about that car is we sat down with a mechanical engineer, a Defender expert, and we brought in an artist. And we interviewed the client, his wife, his kids, and he got to talk about his vision of what a Defender would be. And then the artist takes that and changes it all and makes it their vision.
But when you say we saw at West Coast Dream Machines, you create cars now.
Yeah,
to the clients.
It's a business that I've had for a while, doing different cars, but ground up builds. But the unique thing is the interaction between the client and the artist.
Right.
You know, and like the leather in that car is the exact leather was in an early Porsche the client had before. The color is the original color of what the very first Defender ever built was. And the story of how they found that color is they sent the guy down to paint the very first one they built, and they went to the Army surplus store, and that was the cheapest paint they had, and so that's where the color decision was made. So a little bit of turn back to that, but full air suspension, turbo diesel engine, stage 4 power. There's a BMW 6-speed automatic transmission.
Oh, okay.
Like it's built way over the top build.
Fantastic.
Trying to create an heirloom for his family.
Great idea. So when we walked in, actually, I mean, I'm amazed how many cars we actually have here. So there's a really big community, it seems. Is it in Vancouver, or is it like Vancouver Island? Is it?
I think they attract people from Washington State.
Yeah, I saw license plates there. Yeah.
It's sort of the premier British car event. I know maybe me and you are not the biggest British car fans. You know.
Well, I mean, come on. I mean, there are a couple of cool cars. I mean, I'm looking at DBs. There's James Bond all over here. Many Aston Martins, a Lagonda.
Yeah.
It's
a great tribute to all the British cars. When you go from the Mini to the Aston Martin Lagonda and things like that, which is crazy. So it's fun. And then I think the venue makes it to me.
That's true. And it's a 1-day event. It's just today.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work to put together an event like this just for one day, but
But we did have a symposium last night talking about classic cars, which is right up your alley. That we talked about where the hobby is, and trying to bring everybody together, and how can we pass on this hobby to the next generation. Especially with British cars, I find that the audience is a pretty old.
Would have been my next question.
Yeah, as we can tell. So it'd be great to have more young kids in it, and we were encouraging everybody, next time you take a nice car to the gas station, you see a kid looking at it, take a moment, invite them, and let them sit in the car and experience that.
Well, that's the thing. How do you encourage younger people, right? I mean, an event like that helps.
Yeah.
Right? If the dad's already, the family comes here and the kids see it, right? But I do believe that there is a growing interest now in younger people. They're getting really bored with all the electronics and all the electric
cars.
So
this is the exact opposite of that.
Yeah.
And a lot of these guys in the British cars are doing the projects themselves.
Yeah.
There's a fellow last night, he's got a Jag, and he says, I'll have mine ready here for next year. And he's only 20 or 30% through. So I made him a bet, okay, I'll meet you here.
And I also think that with British cars, you can get into that hobby at a lower cost than if you go for Italian cars, for example. Like British cars, you have Triumph, you have the Mini Cooper.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's a guy I know who's got a decent car collection. He's got a Bug-Eye Sprite, like I don't know how he gets in the car, but it was just inexpensive. A lot of little Lotus cars are quite inexpensive right now, but they're definitely collector cars and fun cars to drive. So,
well, and that's the other thing. Even if you buy in right now, there's a good chance you're not going to lose your money. The cars get more valuable over time, right?
Yeah, and you take care of it, and then
take care of it, pass it on, maybe make it a legacy car. Right? I truly like that idea. Maybe we should check out a couple more cars. Maybe we could walk around a little bit, unless there's a little bit more you want to discuss about.
I got a couple unique. I got a Sunbeam Tiger here that we have. So that's a Series 1 or Mark 1 Sunbeam Tiger, and that's got a 260 V8 in it. So pretty. I don't know if you're familiar with the Sunbeam Alpine.
Not that much, no.
The Tiger, used to have a really big following. And another car.
Didn't James Bond drive one of those?
Get Smart. So not as sophisticated as James Bond. Get Smart.
Okay. Are you sure? I think in one of the movies, I see like a Sean Connery on.
I think it was an Alpine, not a Tiger.
Oh, that could be.
And the Alpine had a little higher.
My bad. Sorry.
Higher fins in the back. Yeah.
Can't know it all, but
yeah, we should just take a walk around.
Let's take a walk. Let's check out a couple of those cars. And anyways, and for the rest of the day. Good
and
luck.
For the viewers, make sure next year you put this on your calendar for the long weekend, the Saturday at VanDusen Gardens, the All British Field Meet. Definitely worth the price of admission, and definitely worth bringing that family up.